As I work my way through this list of questions, it's funny which questions I skip. Some of them are rather philosophical, but in some ways I don't really see the point of the questions. So anyway, it's been kind of fun just to learn something about myself when I choose to skip a question. Next one, what is the most relaxing place you've been to? I've been to a good number of these, but I think top of the list is Cape San Blas, Florida. It's off the beaten path, but it's on the ocean. It's somewhat quiet and undiscovered, at least in January when my mom and I go there. There's not a lot of there aren't roller coasters and miniature golf and outlet malls. There's none of that. It's a very quiet area in Florida, and it's just got a great local vibe, and I love going there to relax. It's hard to go there and be very busy because there isn't a lot to do, and that's the point. So I love that about it. Let's see. What is the most heartwarming thing you've ever seen? Lots of things here. I would say one that comes to mind so often when I do a baptism, to see the way parents look at their child when they're holding their baby, that is a beautiful thing. It's a gift to be standing right there at the start of this child's journey of faith, to see the love that the parents are showering and bestowing on their baby. It's a really beautiful thing to see. Another thing that I saw recently, somebody forwarded me a video of dogs that have been lost for a long time being reunited with their owners. I got about 10 seconds into that and had tears in my eyes for the whole thing. Watching these dogs recognize their owners and the way they reacted, it was just beautiful. I got to give the dogs credit. They were more effusive with their affection than the owners even were. The owners were happy, but the dog just had a great way of showing it with their tail and their yelping and jumping up and down. So maybe we can learn something from dogs there. What is the most interesting piece of art you've seen? The first that came to mind was years ago in Chicago. I think I was still in the seminary, and I went to the Art Institute of Chicago, and there was a room just filled with these cut-out wooden figures. They were all the same figure, and they were all wood, and I think they were all painted red, and their jaws were the only things that moved, and they all had a little recording attached to them, and they just kept repeating chatter, 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 chatter. This room was full of like 50 of these things, and when you walked in, it was cavernous and it echoed beautifully, and it was a powerful experience just to be surrounded by this commentary on chatter. So I've never forgotten that. Occasionally I think about it. What's something you like to do the old-fashioned way? First thing I thought of is popping popcorn. I'll eat microwave popcorn, but really I love to fix it on the stove. It's a happy memory from childhood when my mom would pop popcorn. I always loved to stand at the stove and watch it and listen to it. So I love fixing popcorn on the stovetop, especially because it really tastes so much better. And you can customize and add things and experiment. So I love popping popcorn the old-fashioned way. Would you rather go hang gliding or whitewater rafting? I'm pretty sure hang gliding would be my choice. Whitewater rafting looks fun, but I have to say the exhilaration, the view, and the beauty of hang gliding would be hard to beat. So I know I'd be terrified, but I also know it would be super fun and exhilarating. Let's see. How do you relax after a hard day of work? Unfortunately, sometimes it's just a little power nap. So to come home and lay down for 30 minutes on the couch, Remy is happy to accommodate that. He will happily cuddle up for any nap, any time of day. So I love doing that. I also I like to just take a ride around the neighborhood. Remy likes to get in the car, so sometimes we'll just drive through the neighborhood. It's a great way for me to unwind, to connect with our community. And also, I just really pray when I do that. So that's another good thing. The other that's probably most common, along with the nap, a 30-minute nap, is to cook. I really do love to cook dinner. If I have the time and if I have the food on hand, I love to have a beer and just fix dinner. Usually that's relaxing and usually gives me a lot of perspective. Let's see here. What job do you think you'd be really good at? I don't know that this job exists, but I've thought for a long time, I think I really could help people learn to, men who have trouble putting an outfit together or buying clothes. I think I'd be good at that. I could help people, first of all, find bargains and learn how to find bargains, learn how to stock a wardrobe, and learn how to keep it fresh. I think I'm probably more traditional in my taste. I wouldn't want to dress actors, or they all want to wear more trendy stuff. I prefer more traditional and quality things, but I think I'd be good at that. I could help people with that. What pets did you have while you were growing up? We had dogs. We had lots of dogs. We also had several cats. We had fish. Let's see, I know we had a turtle. We had some gerbils. So we had a decent amount of different pets. I'm probably missing some in there that my siblings could fill in for me. But we had house dogs. We had outside dogs. We had hunting dogs that lived in a little dog pen up at the back of the yard. So we had a lot of pets. I enjoyed that. I'm really grateful that my parents let us have pets. Where would you spend all your time if you could? It's a hard answer because I want to argue with this question. It's like, well, nowhere. I don't want to stay in any one place all the time. I like variety. I like change, and I wouldn't want to stay in one place all the time because I think you get tired of it and take it for granted. But if I had to pick a spot, it would be the ocean. I would love to live at the ocean on the beach. A beach house would be, if I had to pick a dream house, that would be it. Last question, what would be the most amazing adventure to go on? I think leaving the Earth's atmosphere, just getting into space. It'd be amazing to go to the moon or go to the International Space Station. But even just leaving the Earth's atmosphere and getting a glimpse of space away from the Earth, I just think that would be the coolest. And in some ways, the farther the better. It'd be so cool when they say that one of those Voyager probes has left the solar system. It's like, I would love to see what that thing is experiencing. Of course, I couldn't handle the cold and the poison gas and all that, but it would be an amazing adventure to go into space.